Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Studio 64. Today, we'll be checking out this new tooling from a well-known diecast company called Bburago. Lamborghini's answer to the electric supercar trend. The Terzo Millennio in 1/64 scale. The Terzo Millennio is actually on my 1/64 diecast wishlist. I've seen this model in bigger scales, and only saw one in 1/64, and it's resin. But after seeing this model online, a diecast version model, I had to get it. Though quite pricey at around $20, it was still within the budget. Will it be a bust? Only one way to find out. Originally an Italian diecast company, it's nice to see it has the rights to make models for this legendary Italian car maker. Packaging is your usual cutout cardboard sleeve, with a clear acrylic cover, and a black plastic base. Looking at it in this side view profile, the stance looks good with the low ground clearance. We have a chrome base plate of the model. Apparently, this is a limited production model. This being 3007 out of 5000. Interesting. Here's a front view profile of the stance. It's low and wide. And as I unscrew this model from its base, here's a little fun fact about the car. Terzo Millennio is Italian for third millennium. Basically, a car of the future. It is Lamborghini's concept electric supercar, first introduced back in 2017, and ran up to 2019, of which only 100 units were ever built. It boasted of autonomous driving, and self-healing outer skin tech. Though there's not much video on this car online, and the most informative video I saw was that of Supercar Blondie's episode on this car. Detached from the base, the model feels quite premium to the touch. Thanks to the metal diecast body, and the base is made of metal too. Paint application seems to be even, with no trace of any runs, or paint buildup. Lines are nice and sharp, which clearly makes the design lines and edges pop. The metallic gray color is okay, though I would prefer a matte black finish instead. The wheels on this model hardly roll. It just basically moves, but you definitely won't get any spin on these. Which is quite a shame, since Bburago is well known to make really nice diecasts, with wheels that roll. And while we're on the wheels, let's have a closer look at it. Rim size seems to be proportioned to the body, with the rear rims being wider than the front. Details are quite distinct, specifically the spokes. It also has a clear plastic detail inside. The center disc is painted gold, while the center cap bears the Lamborghini logo. Although I do find the offset a bit too shallow. Would have been nice if the offset was deeper. Tires are made of rubber, with tread details on all four. The front end of this model, to me, is the strongest feature. The tooling done here is simply amazing. From the headlight cowl, to the air intake vents, and the front spoiler, looks very realistic. However, headlights and daylight running lights are only painted. Would have been nice if it were plastic inserts. Other details on this front end are the spoiler tampos, the red tow hooks, and of course the Lambo badge. The rear pretty much has the same features. We can see the design lines and edges are sharp, and very pronounced. Very clean casting done here as well. And just like the front end, the lights are also painted on this rear end. Though it would be great if the engine bonnet opens, the detail done here is great as well. We have two windows made of clear plastic. A semblance of chrome engine components can be seen through the windows. We also have carbon fiber details on the bonnet, as well as the fins, with the number 63 Tampo graphic on it. And speaking of windows, I really like the plastic canopy done on this model. Plastic molding is clean and smooth. It seamlessly flows with the diecast body lines. Though the tint on it is really dark, thus seeing the cabin details is quite challenging. What about the scale accuracy? Well, there's not much info or videos online as reference to the car's scale. So here are two models to compare it with. First is this Lamborghini Centenario by Matchbox. and the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ Roadster by Mini GT. The Matchbox definitely looked a lot bigger. But compared to this Mini GT, the Terzo scale looks pretty good. I would also think that the electric car would be a relatively smaller car. But the wheelbase on these two models are the same. So I think it's safe to say that this model's scale is accurate. And there you have it. The electric concept supercar from Lamborghini. The Terzo Millennio in 1/64 scale by Bburago. My take on this model? I have to admit, I have mixed feelings on this one. On one hand, I am amped that I finally have on hand a Terzo Millennio in 1/64. And a pretty nice casting from a very reputable brand, Bburago. The tooling is amazing, and it definitely is a very realistic scale model, toy photographers would definitely enjoy. However, two simple things which other manufacturers have on their models, namely, smooth rolling wheels, and plastic lenses for the lights. These are missing on this model, a model from Bburago nonetheless. Would it impact the price tag of the model? Probably, but I think it wouldn't be too much of a price difference. Overall, I think it's still a worthwhile purchase. Do you guys agree? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, do hit that like button. And if you still haven't subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing. Till our next review. Happy collecting.